Hello guys and welcome back. In this video I want to take a look at the cover state in crouched mode, and the animation in particular I want to start off by using is a Maximo animation called Crouch Sneaking Left. And I have just addressed an issue with how to kind of judge the height of the character. So if you haven't watched that video, I have created a kind of a prototype character, yeah, uh, currently walking in place here, and I can see that his head is for one sticking up. So I want to adjust his animation a little bit so that his head is a little bit further down. But in order to do that, I need to actually move his pelvis down, and that also requires me to adjust the legs and the feet maybe, and also the arms. It seems a bit high up. So this video is going to be a number of prototype attempts, which kind of illustrates how I decided to approach this problem. And I'm definitely not saying that this is necessarily the best or even correct way of doing it, but at least it's the way I figured out how to work with this. So let's get into it. So as always, we will start off in Maya. So I downloaded the animation in the form that we've just seen, which is called this left. And let's first make sure that we adjust this number of frames to 38. So the animation is here, walking in place. Don't do that. So looking like this. Okay. And first of all, I noticed that my translate C is about 76, starting at that, and it's gonna, when I scrub the animation, you can see it changes a little bit. 76, 73, 76. So I would say a fair amount. I wanted to bring him down would be something like somewhere around 10 centimeters maybe. Doesn't sound that much, but it will make a difference. Also, we will maybe have to adjust something on his back to bring his head a bit further down. So anyway, so let's just mark up everything on the Translate C on the hips inside the graph editor. So I just use this as an aim, the first frame here. So this one says 76, so I'm gonna bring this down to about 65. Somewhere around here. That's gonna put his feet through the floor, obviously. But this is we're gonna adjust this in a moment. So the way I want to approach this is to take a look at his leg, his upper leg here, and his rotate X is here. And right now it says around 67, so I can adjust this one, this direction. So let's put that 67 to about somewhere around like 80 maybe, and just gonna eyeball this. And every time I do this, I want to make sure that the feet looks correct, sort of correct. So let's keep this for a moment and switch to the left leg, upper leg, and make something similar. So pick the rotate X here, and this one we want to bring up, I believe, yeah, also. So let's bring it up to about 85. So I think it started at if you want to do this yourself. Also 63, so gonna bring that up to 85, so it's gonna be kind of pointing straight forward, this frame here. So let's see how this looks. It looks like his feet here, his left foot, is kind of sticking through the ground, but let's not worry about that right now. One thing that worries me a little bit is that since these rotations seems to be a bit off now, it seems like he's kind of walking uphill. But let's first take a look at how this will look if we export it. So I'm gonna export this on top of this sneak left mod, which is short for modified, and take a look at how that looks inside Unreal Engine. So let's just delete these guys, we don't need them, and import the mod 1. Like this, and retarget it to our skeleton, our mannequin dude. So this is gonna be this one left mod copy. I don't want to spend time changing these names because I will make some quick passes back and forth. So I just also moved the prototype blend space, and actually I don't want to keep this guy in here, just move him back. Maybe I don't want to move him. Something is up with the Unreal. Just want to keep him here. And then, so the blend space. Let's see. The first one is the idle, the 0 index, and the first is original Mixamo animation. So let's type in cover and see we have a mod 1 version here. So let's take this guy and control W to make a copy of him. And change the animation index to 2. So that brought him a little bit down. So when we play, we now have 2 dudes walking. And if we notice the animation on the right foot, this one, should disable the rotation, I see. Anyway, so this one, the right, this one looks pretty good now, I think, throughout the entire animation. It is something that I would go with. I wouldn't worry about that too much. And the left one seems okay. It's a little bit too high in the beginning, and then it kind of disappears down through the ground. So that's the area we want to change in the next pass. So we make a switch to Maya, and let's take a look at the left. So we have the left up leg. So let's check out the left leg, and it's probably going to be the rotate X again. So has some rotations down here. Oops. And let's see, it starts at minus something around minus 117, it looks like. Don't want to move it yet. And let's see, the area we are especially interested in is this point here, where it disappears through the ground. Let's take the most extreme frame, which is about frame 30-31 here, and then let's parallel shift this, I don't know this direction, something like here maybe. So it would end up at, let's take a look at this, minus 49, maybe that's a little bit too much. Something like this, I think would be okay. And if we scrub through the animation, see if something looks weird. It does look a little bit weird. Maybe his hip rotation could take a little bit more. So let's adjust that. Can't remember which one I changed. Did I need to change that? Let me take a look. Yeah, he's definitely walking uphill now. You can tell by looking at the position of his feet here and here. You see he's walking uphill now, so we need to adjust the Z-axis as well a little bit. Let's see, what do we have? We have his hips, and we have the rotate X, and it starts at around 6, around 6. So let's see, it seems we could put him at around maybe 10, 11, starting at 11, something like this. And this seems to be okay for all of the parts. Okay, so let's try this and export. So call this mod 2. Go back into Unreal and import him again. Okay, and retarget. So let's see, we have the, let's save all. We have the mod to copy, and we want to add this to the blend space as next index, which will be 0, 1, 2, 3. And let's take a copy of this one and drag him over and call this animation 3. So what do we have here now? We have, if we pay attention to the left foot, it does not disappear down through the ground anymore. And the rest seems okay. So if we take a look at the animations all together, these three, they are, you can see they are kind of similar, but a bit different each now. And one thing I want also to address is the right hand, because he's kind of holding that right hand pretty high up in the air. So I want to bring that down a little bit. So let's make a final pass before we accept this result. So and actually I haven't done this one, so let me see. We have the rotate X. This is not the right axis. This is the C. Could be the C. Let's take a look at it here and maybe try the Y. It's not that one either. Okay, it is the C. Okay, so let's bring it. Let's see, we start at 9 about, and we want to bring it down, it seems something like here. So it ends up at -12. So I'm just going to take a note of this. So the right arm is going to be going from 9 to -12. But since we now rotated that axis, maybe we introduce something with the hand. It may be sticking into the wall. We can't really tell right now. But if I added a dummy object in here, I would be able to tell. But let's just, because we can do it, just make a new export of this. So let's hop back into Unreal Engine, make another import. Take the mod 3. Action, girl. and retarget. So Atom and save all. Hop into the blend space. Add a node for this guy here and Control W to copy and change the animation index up a bit. So that should it is actually a bit difficult to notice. I could even bring down that hand a little bit further, it seems. And also one thing I want to do is to maybe bend him a little bit more forward so his head comes further down. Because can't go up that way. If we look at it from this side, we can actually still peek his head. I wouldn't mind if this ledge that right now that this box that he's walking in front of could be a tad bit lower. So wouldn't mind if that was possible. So, but this hopefully illustrates some of the tweaks that you can do with quickly with this using of these prototype dudes here, and how to make some small adjustments and checking things out in Maya to Unreal. So I'll cut this video for here and continue working on these animations, both this way and the other way. And when I'm done, I will continue with the actual blueprint for implementing these animations. Until then, bye bye.